What's up, guys? This is House of Fame podcast. Man, it's been like a little minute, man. I got, man, Arthur O'Neal. I've been chasing this dude for a hot-ass minute, trying to get him in here. We finally been able to squeeze a little bit of time in, so we got to make it count for this one. Arthur, what's up, brother?
Just working, chilling, bro. Just living life, trying to be like you.
No, man, I see you, man. Every time I look on the social media, man, you keep popping up on my Explore page. So I'm like, yo, let me bring this guy in, man, because he's making my page buzz. You know what I'm saying? By that one, I do the reels where, I do all the effects and all that stuff. And I was like, damn, bro. I said, let me just make this one regular and genuine. And let me just see how see what happens when I just throw it out and just have Arthur just say what he wants to say. And it popped. I'm like, damn, bro. It got a lot of reshares. I got a lot of DMs about it. It was just a good look, bro.
Yeah.
It was definitely a good look.
I just think that needed to be said because we both know people that made that mistake. And I think when you say that, like, if it hurt someone's feelings, I hope it hurt their feelings and made them realize that the reason why it's hurting them is because maybe they're living that way. And hopefully they change that, because if you have a good client, you could still mess that up,
Yeah.
You could still lose that client. And I think that's a very easy way to avoid that one mistake. Still a chance you could lose it doing other things. But like that right there is 100% an easy thing you can erase right away, And I think saying that, obviously, maybe it's triggered people. I got nothing negative from it. I saw the comments very positive. A lot of those guys follow me, and they're all security. So I think, for the most part, I think it did the right thing. I think it hit what it needed to.
It's always going to be pros and cons. So, even when I post stuff, I'll look for the cons, because I'm like, bro, if everybody's agreeing on it, so I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to go against the grain or something like that. So by me seeing the pros and cons, and you still outweighed on the pros, that was a good look.
Yeah.
That was definitely a good look. And I noticed that, okay, we're going to go outside of the box, man, because we're going to go like a little bit in depth.
Okay.
This man, Arthur, I met this guy. Where the hell were we? We were like in North, were we in Boca?
Yeah, we're in Boca because we were with Nick. That's how
Yeah,
I met
we
you
were with
Nick.
my boy Nick. Shout out to Nick. Wozencroft, by the way.
Wozencroft, yep.
We were working out like a regular day. I just went to visit one of those gyms. I wasn't living in that area.
Busybody. Yeah.
Busybody, yeah. So I didn't even know you were there, dog. We were just working out, and right before I left, you came up to me, and then we exchanged numbers.
Yeah.
And damn, how big was I? Because we were both big that time.
Yeah,
we
but
were
it's pre-bodyguarding, pre any of that stuff. It was just like, I knew Nick. Me and Nick would work out sometimes, and then you were with him, and we talked. We were connected, and you're like, yo, we should get a workout in, because we're the two biggest guys in the gym. That's just how it works. Either you don't like the other big guy, or you like him and you're cool with him.
Yeah. Either you unite as one or you clash.
Yeah, exactly. So,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, this guy right here I don't care what nobody say. This guy was a different dude in Boca, dog. This guy was a totally different dude in Boca, man. He was, nice guy. He's still a nice guy. But, he was a little bit more laid back. When this guy came to Miami, bro, he's like the king of Miami now, bro. Yeah, bro, yeah. He's like the king of Miami, dog. I see everybody, some people be hating on him and everything like that, but, it is what it is. But I see you doing a lot of other things as far as, like, you're always in the grappling. No, what is it, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, right?
Yeah, because I used to be a collegiate wrestler before that, and obviously took time off and lifted when I got out of college. But I love lifting weights. I love it, but, bro, there's nothing that makes me happier than fighting every day. Like that, I don't care what the risk to reward is. I don't care. It's just I feel the best when I grapple, and I've been back at it for almost a year now, and I feel more happy than I did just lifting weights. Yeah, so I'm very happy to be back. I won the ADCC within 3 months of training. I'm blessed to have some of the best coaches in the world. That's not an opinion. It's just a fact of the matter. My coach is a 13-time world champion. Like, I get humbled on a daily basis, but I got so much better. I mean, in less than a year, I'm already beating black belts, and it's not because I'm a stud. It's because the team around me is so good, and they put their time into me that it's leveled me up in a year to be where I'm at. I don't think it's because I'm better than other people. I just think it's because I have a better group of people around me. You know,
How often do you train for the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu?
at minimum 3 to 4 times a week. And
How many hours?
Depends, 1 to 2 hours, sometimes 3, and then I still lift during the day. So lift 6 times a week, jiu-jitsu 3 to 4 times a week.
Nice. And I noticed that you do the personal training as well. So you kind of busy, bro. And you do the bodyguarding.
Yeah.
So you do the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu full time pretty much, because that's a full time workout. Then you jump on training people.
Mm-hmm.
How often do you train people every week?
Bro, so I offer most of my clients are monthly packages, so they get to train Monday to Friday. So everyone for the most part trains 5 days a week. If they miss, they miss. It's all good. But for the most part, everyone trains 3-4 times a week minimum. Some do 5 times. So yeah, just stay busy, and then weekends or sometimes my clients ask me to go out of town for bodyguard, and I go with them. For me, I'm single, I'm young, I want to grow, and right now with all the opportunities I have, it just seems like a waste of time to be sitting around. And I think you can attest to this. Being a bodyguard, I think one of the coolest things about being a bodyguard is going to travel.
Yes.
I don't care if I have to work and I barely get to see the country. Just to step foot in another place that I didn't think I was going to be in is such an amazing blessing. And to get paid, like, we're bodyguards. We get paid a really good salary to be in another place. We don't pay for food. We don't pay for where we stay.
Yeah.
We're usually staying at the nicest places with these people, getting the nicest meals in another country that some of these places we didn't even know we were going to. I'm telling you, some of the countries I never in my life even dreamed of wanting to go to, and I've been there, and it's because of bodyguarding. So I think that's the coolest thing about bodyguarding. I don't care if I don't sleep. I don't care if I get little sleep. I don't care what the situation is. Every time I feel like stressed out, because when you travel, you're not sleeping. It's a fact.
No.
But I'm like, dude, I'm here in a different country getting paid a good salary. You know what? It's okay if I don't sleep for a week or whatever it is. This is a blessing.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that too as well, man. I mean, I just came from, and it was related to the bodyguard world as well. I came from London. I was just working there last week. We were there for like 4 or 5 days. I think 5. I can count on one hand how many hours I slept. I think I probably, maybe 6 hours total. But you don't think about it at the time because you're just in motion. You're moving around. You're doing this. You know. Now when I come back here, my body crashes. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't trade it for the world because, like you said, I do enjoy traveling the world. I did see places that I never even thought I would even step forth in, like even places that I was like, what the hell am I doing here? I still don't remember exactly where it's at. It's somewhere in Spain called Milaga, some shit like that. I didn't think I was ever going to see Ibiza, you know what I'm saying? Japan, all this stuff like that.
That's how I feel, bro. Every
time.
I
and those are just such great memories. And, you got to understand, like, we're doing this on the regular throughout year. Bro, I'm going through my second, within 5 or 6 years? It may be 6 years. I'm on my second passport, bro. My shit keeps getting filled up.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Pre-COVID, not one step of my passport. Pre-COVID. So 2021 is when I started getting into bodyguarding. 2025, I have to get a new passport soon.
Yeah.
To me, that's the coolest thing in the world. And I'm not going to get rid of this passport because I want to be like, I can't believe I traveled this many countries, bro. Like Dubai, Thailand, Bali.
Yes.
Europe, like any place in Europe, South America, bro. And I've done crazy things in these countries, bro. Like crazy things that I didn't, like people, when I tell people, when I show them the videos from my clients that they post, they're like, there's no way like you're living this life. And I'm like, when you hear that, because sometimes you get comfortable in a situation and you're like, bro, this is annoying, this is this. And when you hear that from other people, you go, you know what, why am I complaining? People are telling me how cool my life is, how blessed I am, and I'm over here complaining about it. It always resets me. The minute someone tells me something like that, it resets me. Because bodyguarding it's stressful, bro. You don't sleep, you're on call, all that stuff. But bro, when someone tells you like, dude, I just saw that video, that was crazy. Your life must be so cool. And it's like, I'm complaining about something. And these people are telling me this. I'm wrong. Thank you for saying this. Not to boost my ego, but to humble me and make me remember how blessed I am to be in that situation.
But you also got to let people know, it's like, hey, there's a lot of work behind it.
There is, but it's like explaining to someone like grappling that doesn't understand it. I can say, hey, it's hard work. You can't break down those intricacies because they'll never understand it. And to talk to someone who doesn't understand, you'll be like, what? They just think you're staying around doing nothing. They don't realize how deep it is, and there's no point trying to explain that to them. But it is still good to hear. I get it, bro. Like we don't sleep. We're almost like an assistant at this point.
Mm-hmm.
We have to go grab stuff. Like everyone always thinks it's just security, bro. I'm running around grabbing stuff for my clients. I have to book hotels sometimes. I have to book jets sometimes, and I'm okay with that. I don't complain about that. But yeah, to sit there and tell these people that are telling me this, it's just a waste of my time. Like I can talk to you and have a conversation. I don't have to explain stuff to you. You get it. But other people, okay, they saw the video, think I'm a celebrity. Cool. Move on.
Yeah.
You know,
it comes with the package. It's the
Yeah.
day-to-day life that we live. You know what I'm saying? And it's something that we just got to get used to. We
Yeah.
can't really abuse it too much. Now, and I want to tell you one thing, because now this is probably what's going to cause the uproar on the battle, the conflict between me and you, because I know we both have different ethics as far as being a bodyguard, right?
yeah,
I came in an era where, everything is hush, don't say shit, you know what I'm saying? Just do your shit, don't post shit, you know what I'm saying? That era doesn't exist no more. Now, remember I talked to you before. Now, you tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. Now, I remember we were talking, I was like, yo, you tell me you bodyguard and such. And I'm like, bro, I said, bro, that dude, I said, man, I wouldn't fuck with that dude. I'm like, that dude's too much of a liability. And he was like, nah, bro, I'm just doing it for the clout. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about that situation when you said that? Now, how can you articulate that? That's what I want to.
Okay, so we talk about when you met me, I was more quiet.
Yeah.
The thing I've learned, the thing I think that's brought me more success
Mm-hmm.
is that clout, is that attention, is that over posting. Bro, I hated Instagram before. You followed me pre this, so you know
Yeah,
I
way before.
wasn't on it like this. What I figured out is you need that level of attention.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that should be your sole motivation. You should still get paid. Never not get paid.
Yeah.
But I would rather take the risk because I already dealt with the risk while I was with the other person.
Yeah.
That risk wasn't that big of a deal to me, and I know that person's way huge, and no matter what, there's gonna be eyes on me. So at the end of the day, when people come up to me, like I told you, this new guy just asked me. You know why he asked me? Because people told him that he was with this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. So the reason why I still that's super important nowadays. I get it. You guys come from a different generation. There was no social media, or there was like, hey, like be moving in private. When I have my really rich clients that aren't celebrities, bro, there's nothing being posted of their stuff. But you have to understand that this is a very superficial era we live in. And in order to grow yourself, social media is your resume, is your LinkedIn. And as a bodyguard, there is no such thing as LinkedIn. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter your generation, my generation. So how do you convey that to people? Because Miami is a city full of rich people that need stuff. You post, you show the attention. Doesn't matter. You keep showing it. You keep showing it. And bro, the reason why it works for me in bodyguarding isn't because I'm better than everyone else. Isn't because I have a fighting background. Isn't because I'm jacked. It's because I keep showing it, and I'm showing it in the right way. And I'm showing that I'm disciplined. I'm showing that I don't like these club scenes. These guys want to hire me. They want to bring me out because they know I don't want to be there. So they know I'm going to be on my point because I'm not happy to be in there. I'm not like, dude, I love being in the club. Like they know, like, oh, Arthur's here at the strip club. He don't want to be here. Cool. I know he's going to be looking around. He ain't going to be looking at these girls. He'll be talking to these girls. He's here to work. So I think posting is the most important thing. Now, timing of the posting. Now, if I'm with my client right now and we're at X, Y, and Z, that could be posted 10 hours later when we're not at X, Y, and Z. So there's still a balance. Obviously, you don't want to be showing people your location. Your security shouldn't be on your phone when you're working.
Exactly.
That's not even a question.
Yeah.
But I think that it's super important to have clout. It's super important to be posting. And if you don't, and you're successful without it, that's cool, bro. That's a blessing. I would love to not post on social media and be quiet and make money. Unfortunately, everything I do and everything I have going on for me came from posting all the time on social media. And I'm in a pretty good position. You know, I've only been a bodyguard 3.5, 4 years, and you know who I've worked for. You know that I still travel with some really rich guys who pay me a lot of money. And it's not because I'm better than you or better than him or him. It's because I am good at what I'm good at, and I share that with the world. And then that's up to these people to inquire about it. And of course they give word of mouth. That also helps. But also, they see my social media, bro. I have people follow me all the time. What's your rate for bodyguard? What's your rate for training? What's your rate for this? You know what I mean? So at this point, I will never not use social media unless I'm a millionaire.
No, of course.
Not, that's it.
Listen, I'll tell you like this. I agree 100% with the social media. Listen, I have a immaculate resume, and I've submitted shit through LinkedIn and all that stuff. I can't even remember when I got a client, bro. Now, by me being on social media and showing it in that type of format, I get shit left, right. And you won't believe it. Sometimes I get a call because I keep forgetting that I have my business line on there. You know what I'm saying? And I get a call and I'm like, yo, how you get this number? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they'll tell me, like, no, I saw you on social media and I followed your bio, your LinkedIn, your Linktree, and I saw you had, a phone number on there and I text you and I'm like, damn, okay, so you did like that. So yeah, I do agree with you on that. But I also say this, guys, don't try this shit at home like right away. Learn how to work the format first.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you come into that way like that, things can happen. And like I said, the way you're doing it, it works for you.
Yeah, but I would also say that don't think day one you could be posting with your client, especially with a
Absolutely
celebrity.
not.
That's crazy. Secondly, you should never like be a fan of your client. I don't care if you like the music or whatever, the actor,
Yeah.
whoever it is. Like you should be the least fangirl person.
Yeah.
Like don't be FaceTiming your family, be like, look who I'm with. Like none of that. I'm not that. When my stuff is, it's someone else posted it and I'm just taking it and posting it. It ain't me posting it, ain't me taking it. Like if I'm working, my phone's in my pocket. The only reason I'm looking at my phone is because someone on our team is conveying something to me. I'm not taking a video while I'm working. I'm never taking a video.
Yeah.
Those videos are someone else taking the video, or it's something from social media. You understand? Like
Yeah,
like
no.
there's a fine line. You should never be, if you're around your client, you're on the clock. Your phone shouldn't be out taking videos of the club scene or whatever you're doing. Like that. First off, that even in your VIP, homie, like you're there to protect it. Like
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%, 100%. I've seen certain guards. They will be in the VIP section, and they will record the bottles. There's people that still do it to this day. I've seen on social media. They record the bottles, they record the section. They wouldn't record the people that they're with, but just in the fact of recording that, you know what I'm saying, that is still kind of dangerous because. Hold on, let me explain this. One thing that I would always fear, and that's why I say, hey, guys, don't try this. Do not try this at home unless you know exactly what you're doing. You know your client's movement. Is you can be recording bottles and all that stuff, and the next thing you know, your client gets knocked out or gets swiped up or gets hit or whatever, and you know what I'm saying, and then they catch you. There was a video footage actually on social media that showed that happened like that. This guy on his phone, and his client got hit right behind him.
Bro, I was at Kiki on the River with one of my clients, and this, the Asian guy who did the crypto scamming or whatever.
Yeah, he sold like 30 million.
Yeah. So he was balling. He had a whole table. He had 5 security with him, and they were all security was sitting down eating. And I'm standing. My guy's my guy. Like this is my boy. He comes to Tampa. Comes down from Tampa. Insanely rich. Always at kids. Hey, I'm here. Cool. I'm here with you. Whatever you need. And he's always like, sit down, enjoy, bro. We're friends. We're family. Like, don't worry. If something happens, you're here. I'm like, listen, I'll eat, but I'm standing. Something happens, I can see this guy walking over in Kiki, and I grab my guy, put him on the ground, and he looked at me. He goes, "Oh, I'll never tell you to sit again."
You see what I'm saying?
Like, hey, it was a fight between him. All 5 of those security guards couldn't react fast. And the guy got clocked because guess what? They're sitting down on their phone. You're working. I don't care if your client tells you to sit down. Stand up. Eat fast. Don't stand next to him. And if you're eating, pick. Don't be full plate. Like, yo, you're still on the clock. Like, just because they offer you food in a place like Kiki's a club. I don't care what you think. It's a club. People can walk right up to you. Don't be sitting. Don't get comfortable. You get comfortable and you're out there, that's when it happens. Just because your client isn't famous, you don't know his enemies. You don't know his situation. Don't be playing that game because guess what? That kid got clocked with 5 security guards.
And that shit, you can never recap on that. You can never get that situation.
And there's video, like, bro, they're all sitting down. I'm like, dude, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, if someone runs up on this guy, he's in trouble. And guess what? Hour later, bah.
And I have a lot of clients too that actually, like, when we go out to dinner and stuff like that, they always offer me. And their style is they like it when the guard sits down with them and eats with them because they like to have that type of bond.
Yeah.
But I still don't cross that line. I still stand up and I'm like, no, I won't disrespect the client by saying no. I'll just say, hey, can you just order for me to go?
Yeah.
You know, I eat it when I get to, where we need to get to. But I always will stand up. This happens every single time. He's like, hey, you want to sit down and eat? Sit down and eat. And I'm like, no, I can't. I said, just I order something to go. And then, take it with me when we leave.
Because it's not, and it's not disrespect to them. It's like, I respect you so much that I don't, God forbid something happens at this moment. I don't know. You have me here for a reason, right? Like, you didn't hire me to look cool. You hired me because, hey, maybe something's going to happen. So I get we're friends. I get we're on a cool basis. You text me happy birthday, whatever it is. I'm here working for you. And while I'm working for you, I'm not taking it easy just because we're cool. I'll eat, cool, but I'm standing up. Hey, that's it. Oh, you want me to take a shot? Nah, brother, I can't take a shot. I'm working for you. At the end of the day, I'm here for you because you're paying me. That's it. There's no other thing, and I always convey that to them. They ask me every single time. They don't ever stop. They're polite, and I respect that, and I really appreciate it. But my job is to be there for them. That's why I'm out. That's why I get to enjoy the meal. That's why I'm in the club with them. Whatever, where I'm traveling with them, it's for them to feel safe. And sitting down, I can't keep them safe realistically if something were to happen. Right? We're sitting down. So as much as it's very nice of them, I don't play that game because God forbid, like I said, I'd rather be standing up and lose a fight than to have the situation where five bodyguards just got caught off guard and their guy got knocked out.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I don't know what their job situation looks like. You know what I mean? They got caught sitting down, eating good, sitting on their phones, brother. Like, and the kid got clocked. There's 5 of you, and the kid got clocked
on the river. Oh, everybody saw that.
And everyone in there, someone, bro.
Even if they do come back with another client, bro, they're gonna be word of mouth going around like, hey, that's the dude that let his client get knocked out.
And that kid was high profile. Everyone knew what he was doing. Like, everyone saw that. Everyone knew who it was.
Yeah, it's the crazy part about this game is that you almost kind of got to be flawless.
Yeah,
and it sucks that way because you can't really afford to lose.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because I've seen guys that they lost that one and they never was able to regain it back.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They held their own, but they lost that fight. You know what I'm saying? And it shows when a client sees that. It shows that they're not really sure if that client can, like that guard can hold their weight. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we don't know. This guy may not make it next time. You know what I'm saying? So this game is always walking on eggshells, man. That's why I said when I'm working, I'm always stressed. You know, there's good stress and there's bad stress. I'm trying to think what it's called. I think it's ill stress, which is good stress, and distress, which is bad stress. I'm always stressed when I'm working. My eyes are always wide open, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm on something. And it's because I always have that back in my mind, like all it takes is that one situation and everything changes.
Yeah.
And you can never regain that situation back.
Especially something bad, bro. That's why I have a caffeine addiction because I don't play when I'm out. I yawn once, down an energy drink. I'd rather be overwired and overstimulated and be there, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
And be chilling, tired, and all of a sudden something happens. No. I'm okay. I'll have a hard time sleeping because I took too much caffeine. Then risk that, you know. And
let me ask you a question. This is another topic. You train. I noticed you train in all aspects, right? So by you training in all aspects, I noticed that you train on your defensive tactics, which we see every day. You make sure you take care of your fitness, and I also see you in the range too.
Yeah.
How do you think that has helped you, far as being in this field? I know you really can't count. Well, I don't know because I know your situation.
Yeah.
The firearm. Because I don't know if you've been in a firearm situation, but shootout. But I know, like, far as that you learn in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I think that's a great thing because.
So I got hired as a bodyguard was no experience because I had a wrestling background and I'm big. You know, I would say you can vouch for this. 99% of bodyguards have zero combat experience.
I believe that so.
That's a fair number. So me being the size I am, and then on top of it having a high level wrestling background, I think that really turned a lot of people on right away and made people feel a lot more comfortable. And the gun thing, I've always shot guns. I used to hunt in college. The thing I think is more important, that's differential. I think you need to have combat, like gun experience. Everyone should. I don't care what your job is. But I think the fact that I have a combat background helped me get a lot more clients because people felt like he could actually handle the situation. And let's be real, you can't bring your gun to clubs.
No.
You can't bring your gun to other countries. But I can bring my combat experience everywhere. And I think that sticks a lot with a lot of people. They're like, yo, he doesn't have a gun, but he can break people's arms really easy and not really worry about it. You know, like even now, like even the cauliflower ear is just, I'm big, but man, I have messed up ears. Like that alone is the deterrent alone, let alone the fact that I know what I'm doing. So I think for me, remember, I came in out of nowhere. You talk about guys who just want instant gratification. I got blessed by God and I got instant gratification. And I think the thing that helped me in that point was my grappling experience more than the size, more than the shooting. I think it was that. And the situations I've dealt with personally, I haven't been in shootouts, but I've had to fight people in foreign countries. And
it's a different ballgame when they're there. Yeah.
and and they looked at me like, well, I don't lose sleep. It's Arthur. Like
Yeah.
oh, I wasn't worried for a second. Arthur Hood, I knew he was gonna handle that. So for me, the combat experience really helped because most guys I know that do security, and you've seen the videos, bro. You saw the 160-pound kid that manhandled Jack Doherty's bodyguard.
I saw that.
You saw I see videos of these guys getting shoved around. But the Rick Ross's guy got destroyed. He's like 700 pounds. He got beat up by a 180-pound guy. You know, like it's like the bigger you are, the more confident I am that I can beat you up because you're using that size as an intimidation factor. You have no idea how to be in a fight. I always say a 200-pound guy is more scary than a 300-pound guy. 200-pound guy's been in plenty of fights. He's confident going into that. 300-pound guy, never been in a fight in his life. He's going to gas out. He's going to throw 1, 2, 3, 4 punches, gas out, and you can do whatever you want to him. So for me, most bodyguards, I wouldn't feel safe with off of if something actually happens. You're police, you've been doing this forever. You have combat experience. Joe's a professional boxer. If I go, hey, can you come help me with my client? I'm not losing sleep over if something happens. You guys don't have my back. Or if I can't go, that stuff's not gonna be handled without a doubt. 99% of these guys I would never put on. Not because I don't trust that they're not good at their job, but if something actually happens, are they able to handle it? I don't think so. And if guys hate me for that, like, go take jiu-jitsu, go take a boxing class, fight, go be in fights. Don't just take the class and that's it. Go spar, get hit in the face.
Yeah, you're gonna
because it's one thing to hit a pad. It's like shooting a gun. You know this, bro. You're a police. I can shoot a gun and have great aim.
When somebody's
shooting back, how good is that aim? So it's the same
changes.
thing. I can look pretty on boxing pads. Now let someone hit me. Doesn't look the same. So if you feel some type of way from this, I'm sure this part's going to definitely get clipped. If you are upset that I'm saying that if you don't know how to fight, you're not a good bodyguard, learn how to fight. Go spar. Go grapple one time. Compete against someone who knows what they're doing and make sure they're smaller than you. Be the bigger guy and go against someone who knows what they're doing. And then humble yourself and then realize you should be training this. This is part of your job. You are there to literally die and protect your client. That's your job. Learn how to defend them. Learn how to defend yourself. Being big is not a deterrent. I can tell you this right now. Being big is easier to beat up. Unless the guy's 120 pounds, 150 pounds, you're going to lose and you're going to look dumber because you're losing to a smaller guy that knows what he's doing. Learn how to train. Humble yourself because that's part of this job. Learning how to shoot a gun is part of this job. Learning how to move is part of this job. Learning how to defend your client is part of this job. It should be something you should be doing every single day. Also, some of these guys have zero fitness, so you should be doing some sort of cardiovascular activity also, right? Mm-hmm. So that's my take on that.
Yeah, verbal judo too as well.
Yeah.
That's the first thing you want to do as far as de-escalating situations. But like I said, if he becomes to the second phase to where they're not about that, yeah, then it comes to the.
And you know, going outside these countries, they don't like verbal.
Yeah, I mean, look, let's say it like this way. We were in London. I'm not going to say who I was with, but everybody knows. Yeah. And I'm not going to say who. We were in a crowd, right? And there was another popular guy. And he was like, oh, no, you need to, let's hang with us. And I know who that guy was. I always knew that guy was like bad news. He's like the street dude. Like he's known as top. Anyways. So I was seeing on like clips, throughout, because we were at a concert, whatever. I was seeing on clips through different, celebrities, and that guy was on there talking, and he was talking reckless about like, London don't have no killers, this, and that, and all that. And then next thing you know, that night, dude got stabbed up in the neck and everything. They jumped on his car, smashed his car up, and he's not from there, but he came over there with that tough talk, coming from a whole different place. It doesn't matter where you at, there's going to be killers everywhere, But he came over there with that mentality and talking like that, and that junk went viral, and they caught up to him later on that night, and then shit got real. It's all over social media, I'm not going to speak on who the name is, but it's all over social media, and I just saw how that happened like that. I was like, damn, dog, I was just around this motherfucker. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then that night, it just happened like that. He got stabbed in the neck and all kind of shit. But yeah, like I said, man, like there's all different ways that you have to, set yourself up and be ready. And like I said, these guys that try to get into the game and they get into the game just fresh. Like, I understand, bro, but you got to have some type of foundation and some type of base to go by. You know what I'm saying? And then just school and all that stuff like that. You feel me? What do you think about far as us living in Miami, far as clientele? Because a lot of people, I think we are kind of lucky. We're blessed. I ain't gonna say lucky. I think we're very blessed that we got a lot of traffic of potential clients that fly in and out every single day.
Yeah.
In Miami. What do you think about? Do you think that we're spoiled with that? Because there's a lot of people that they live in Wyoming, Nebraska, and all kind of shit. They trying to get into this world, and they can't even get they can't get nothing. And then when they do get a client, they may get one and they won't see another one for like months. You know what I'm saying? Because it's something that a client just flew in for just something real quick, a business trip, and then left, and then, So what do you think about it? You think we're spoiled?
I think in every single way, if you're not making money in Miami, I don't care if it's bodyguarding, whatever, like you can make, I always tell people this, you can make a lot of money in Miami if you provide value. I say this a lot, like we're bodyguards. Rich people like nice things, right? Their watch, their car, and they like to compare their stuff with other rich people. So you want to be, I always say, a nice piece of jewelry to them. So the same thing, what are you offering that gets them to flex you? Because they flex everything. It's Miami. It's the most superficial city in the world, right? So how do they get to flex you? Because you're a flex. Oh, I paid this much for this guy. This guy has this background. This guy has this. This guy, bro, this is who this guy worked for. So for me, Miami's been, I don't want to say easy because that's arrogant. It's been blessing. But because I've done bodyguarding, I transitioned to training 2 years ago while still bodyguarding. And everything I've had is, I would say, top end payment on all of that. And it's because I provided that level of value to myself, right? Like, why is a Richard Mille worth $500,000? It's not made of any precious metals because it created the value, because certain people were wearing it, and that's why it's worth $500,000. Where a solid gold watch that technically has more value is worth less, right? Richard Mille's are carbon fiber. That Rolex you on has gold. Why is yours not more than that? Because enough people wore it and said, hey, this is what it's worth, and now it's worth $500,000. So we got to create that same value for ourselves to make the client go, hey, it's $1,500 a night, and they don't blink. Hey, it's this much per month per training, and they don't blink because, it's him. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing, and I think you create that in this city, you're fine, and you'll be very successful in it. And that's what I've done. I've told Joe this since I met him. He's like, oh, how'd you do this? This is what I did. I created myself to be a Richard Mille, because we're not all good, right? We're all not, no one's better than the other. So how do you make yourself the Richard Mille? You know what I mean? So that's what I did. I just made myself more valuable than other people, not because I am better than anyone, but because I have what I have, and I leaned onto that, and I made sure everyone saw it. And now everyone sees it, and they go, oh, this is the guy for this. Like, bro, like, people hit me up. Like, that guy I told you may want me to work with him, asked around the city, and 10 people told him my name. 10 people, and he's hot right now. He's popping, right? Yeah. So the fact that out of this whole city, he has 10 people, and 10 people said, that's who you should call. That's not an arrogance thing. That's because I created that value. I'm like I said, bro, I don't consider myself the elite of that. I just know what I'm good at, and I stick with it. Same thing with training. People hit me up all the time. Yo, like, there's guys that come out from the city, bro. Hey, can I come train with you for the week? Yeah. How much? Okay, cool. They don't say I'll hit you later. A client asks me how much for the night for bodyguard. Tell them, all right, cool, come. It's because of that value that I've created for myself. It's not because of anything else. We're all carbon fiber. So we just gotta make sure, are we just carbon fiber that's $50, or are we the $500,000 watch? You know what I mean?
And so you built that up. You built that value.
Because, bro, you like I said, you have everyone in this room. You met me pre this. Like, You met me. Yeah. That's it. Like, it's not like I'm any different than that guy. I just realized what I had to do. I still was a wrestler. I still was big. I still love working out. I just made sure that the world saw what I can do and showed how capable I am, how trustworthy I am, how reliable I am, how focused I am on my things. I'm disciplined, bro. When I go out with my boys, because I told you, everyone hits me up to go out, right? So even when I go out, damn, Arthur doesn't drink. Arthur doesn't do drugs. Man, Arthur's this guy. This isn't a work thing. This is just who he is. And then they like me even more because, like, dude, this guy's solid. Like, this is who he is. This isn't an act, And their people keep hitting me up like, yo, you just use him. He's really this guy. Like, cool, boom. You know? So,
Well,
yeah.
let me ask you this, and this is regarding to clients. This is one thing that I had learned that I had to actually transition. Like you said, when I came into the game, there was, like I said, it was hush hush, don't speak, just very militant, this and that. Now there's a whole new era of clients, and it just changed. It just transitioned. I had to adjust. There's a whole new transition of clients that doesn't want that military type of guy. You can be militant. You can be that militant type of guy, but they still want a guy that they can bond with.
Yeah.
That's where I had the clash, dog. That's where I was having problems when that transition changed, because I was so structured into this mindset of no, I'm this drill guy. I'm this, and this. And I kind of lost a client or two because of me being too serious, me not being talkative enough, me not bonding, trying to get to know the client. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that I had to adjust. And like I said, there's an old school client. There's an old school guards, which is the old school way, and there's a new generation. And I told the old school generation, like, hey, bro, if you don't adjust to where the new way is going, this is a new wave of clientele. They're not the old clientele before social media. Now the new clientele, everything is different now. You got to work a whole different format, a whole different setup. So what do you think about that?
I agree, because you know who put me on, and he told me that way. Yeah. And I was doing it that way, but then I realized, not that he's not great at what he does. I met another guy who only deals with rich clients, doesn't deal with any famous people, and he got work here every week. He got work not just for him, he got work for everyone and their mother. And his clients are all people that pay a lot. He's homies with all of them. He's boys with all of them. But he also works when he's on the clock. But, hey, he's talking crap. He's talking about, oh, look, this, and this. And, bro, I saw that, I switched. He's an older dude, but I'm telling you right now, remember, he ain't full-time with anyone. He just, every weekend, bro, 3-4 clients, out of town, in town. Hey, I got to go here. Bro, he makes probably more money than any other bodyguard. I'm not saying that, but you know what I mean? For not part-time, bro, he's making way more than full-time guys. He's cool with all his clients. And once I saw that, I was like, let me try that. And hey, happy birthday. Hey, I hope you're good. Send them, bro, on Instagram, send them stuff. Yeah, look, it's funny. If I know, like, bro, they all love it. And they want that, bro. They want relationship. Same thing with training, bro. I'm homies with everyone on train. I'm friends with all of them. Not because I have to or I'm forcing it, because I like it. And it's cool. There's still lines, right? There's still lines. There's still a pecking order. As long as you respect that pecking order, dude, be friends with them. Because you know how you're going to keep that relationship. What makes you going to keep them longer? A relationship. It's not, they can replace you. How many, you know this, rich people, famous people are blowing up every day for an opportunity. They will replace you. But if they like you, if they're like, yo, that's my friend, they're not going to replace you. They're going to keep you around.
Yeah.
So I make the effort to go hang out with my clients. If it doesn't have to be work, bro, hey, can you come out with me tonight? Hey, if you want, you don't have the bodyguard, just come hang out with me, bro. I'll hang out with you. But if anything happens, I got your back. It doesn't matter. You don't got to pay me. You're my friend too, you know? Boom, go out, have dinner with them, nothing, go home. Like, bro, thank you so much. I need to just vent and talk. Some of my clients, they just have me come over to their house, smoke a cigar with them, just talk to them. And I don't mind that because I like them, but it also gives me that, hey, I'm in town. I need Arthur. Hey, can you fly with me here? Hey, I want you to train me all the time. Like, hey, this guy hit me up. Can you believe this? That's hilarious because I'm their friend too. And I think that's going to keep you forever with these people, you know, because they want to be with people they like. You know this. Most rich people, they got their friends working for them. And how long their friends been working for them? Since day one?
Since day one.
Okay.
It's a different work relationship because it's a work relationship / friend.
But the same thing. You want to keep this client for 10 years? You want to be able to say, hey, I'm going to go on vacation for a week, but my boy can take over. I trust him. And he's going to be like, well, it's you. I trust you, so of course I trust him.
Exactly. And if you build that type of bond in that relationship, and if your boy, so-called boy, tries to stab you in the back, you know, and you built that bond so strong that client is actually loyal to you, that, you know what I'm saying, it's unbreakable. So that's one thing I did learn.
I for sure think being your client's friends, because it can give you opportunities too. Imagine someone has an opportunity for you and like, yo, and you see it's a legit thing, and you're friends with your client trusts you, and you go, hey, look, I just want to throw this at you. I don't know what you think. You know way more than me. I just, I want to make sure that you're blessing me. I want to make sure that if there's opportunities for you to grow, here's an opportunity for you. And they're like, it's because it's you. I trust you. I'm going to do this. That's what happened to me. That's the only reason why it's not official, so I'm not going to say it.
Yeah.
There's a reason why I have that possession now, because a client knew me for 4 years. He goes, not one bad thing is about you from anyone that we know. He goes, when we do this, this is yours. You take care of this. You handle this. And going forward, everyone, boom, boom, boom. And that was because of a friendship and a trust and a relationship that was built, an opportunity that I brought to him that he wanted, So I believe that all of those things, and that elevates you, right? Because now not only are you their bodyguard, you're their business partner. And that's a dope thing, because now you're getting paid from two different things, and it keeps that relationship even stronger because now you're in business with them. You're not just an employee in some aspects, you're a partner with them. And they're like, now they look at you on a different level, and you're their friend. So I think it just creates a longevity that's unparalleled. So being a friend is super important. I think it's just as important as social media now.
Absolutely. I mean, that's a great thing that you're able to sit there and your client is willing to invest in you, you know what I'm saying, like that. Because like I said, this whole bodyguard world, bro, like I said, I just stress this over and over. Every episode, dog, you always got to have an exit strategy because there's no retirement plan.
We get old.
Yeah, you get old, you get put on the shelf, you know what I'm saying, and then the next new guy's coming. So, I know with me, I've already got my exit strategy already mapped out, and it's already working into play, you know what I'm saying? And that's just the way to go, bro. That's just definitely the way to go.
I've wanted to have an exit strategy to get out of bodyguarding since I got into bodyguarding.
Yeah, people don't understand that.
Like,
yeah. Once you circle the globe a couple times, you're like, okay, now,
bro, how many
let me figure out a way.
Like, I've been on like 1,000 PJs. Like, that was the first time I was like, this is the coolest thing in the world. Now it's like, it's still cool. Like, but it's just, it doesn't have that appeal. And like the sleepless nights, the being on call. Like I said, it's still a blessing, and I'm never not going to do it until I don't have to do it. But I'm not a party guy. I'm not a club guy. I'm trying to be more spiritual. So for me, being around that, I don't want to. I'm always going to be there for like I said, I built relationships with these guys. They asked me to go out with them and hang out with them, and I'm not a part of this anymore. Of course, I'll put my boys on, bodyguard them, and I'll go out with them. And I'll still have their back because they've given me so much. Mm-hmm. I'm always going to be there for them as a friend. But at the minute I don't have to be a part of that, I'm out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, ever since I got into it, I was like, all right, this is cool. I like being in bed at 10. You know?
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. What type of client you think is the best clients that you have? Because I noticed you got all aspects. You got executive, right?
Yep.
And then you got we can say clients that you train.
Yep.
Then you got you do have rappers too as well. Yep. You know what I'm saying? I noticed you got relationships with all of them. Like, you all have a certain
reggaeton,
bond.
rap, yeah.
Yeah. So what style of clientele do you think that you are more compatible with? I know you can work them all, but which one? Everybody has one that they can just, and you got ones that are like social media, like they're social media rock stars and all that shit too.
Bro, it's weird. If you ask me about like relationship-wise, like,
French,
like I get along with all of them, bro. They all call me, like, bro. The rappers FaceTime me, the reggaeton singers, they FaceTime me. Just ask me dumb questions. Honestly, like, dude, like, as far as relationships, that doesn't matter if they're a 7-year-old white guy, a 20-year-old, black dude rapper, 25-year-old reggaeton singer. I have the same exact energy and conversation with a 7-year-old white dude, old guy. I'm 40, 50 years younger than I do with the kid that's 8 years younger than me from a completely different state or different country, right? As far as that goes, I'm a chameleon. I mean, Joe can say that. I can talk to one person one way, and the next person talk the other way. And it's not in a fake way in the chameleon aspect. It's just that I'm cultured in the sense where I'm cool with every type of group of people. Like, I can be in a conversation with this group and understand everything. I can be in a conversation with that group, be a part of that group. Because I do everything. Like, I like being around people and having fun. It doesn't matter if it's not the fun I grew up on or it's the fun that isn't from another world, right? It's fun, and I can get with it, So all my clients, man, like, they'll FaceTime me. They just ask me a question. It doesn't matter. People like a dumb question, or they'll send me a dumb meme, right? And I'll answer it, and I'll laugh, and we'll have good conversations. It doesn't matter what the conversation be about, some business thing that is super in-depth and intricate. or it could be the dumb stuff, right? Like talking about bitches, whatever, you know, like that stuff. Women, sorry. And it just flows, bro. Like I have no uncomfortable relationships with any of my clients because I'm cool with all of them. We've built camaraderie. We've built that inside jokes. So it doesn't matter who they are, bro. It doesn't. It really doesn't. In that aspect, now who's my favorite? Bodyguard, private guys. You know, private. Obviously, I think everyone can say that, right?
No, of course, of course. Yeah, I agree with you as well. I am more of a chameleon. I dabble in all different style of clientele. But you know, in this industry, there's some that are picked out just they're only good at that one type of client. There's ones that are only just good for rappers. Well, just not gonna say rappers, like artists.
Yeah.
You know, and then there's the ones that are mostly just good for executive people. You know what I'm saying? Or social media. You know,
I think it's the reason why I'm not in a niche is because I was with one person who was social media, and then right away I was with a rapper. Then the guy who I told you bodyguards all these rich people was asking me to go work with him, and then I got thrown into being around rich people. So people saw me with famous people, saw me with singers, and then they're like, this guy's with rich people, and they're like, okay, so he does everything. So then when people hit me up, they weren't worried about me just dealing with famous people. Like, oh, I saw him with a guy who definitely didn't look famous, you know? So I think I just got blessed in the opportunity where I got a wide variety really quick so that people saw that it was a wide variety really quick. And that's why I don't feel like I got stuck in anything. I'm just kind of like, if he's a rapper, cool. If he's a social media guy, cool. If he's just a rich guy, cool. Doesn't matter. He's done it with all these guys, you know?
how much longer you see yourself being in this game?
That's a question.
Give or take, you know.
Dude, here's my thing. If I'm not comfortable making the money I am, I'll be in it until I'm not. So I'm making great money training. I'm making great money from the other businesses. I have another project hopefully coming soon that hopefully finishes and does well. If I'm not making the amount I want to make, then I'll do it. Bro, if my clients, I tell my clients all the time, if you need me, call me. That's it. And if I'm busy, I have good solid guys I can put on it. And if I'm not, I'm gonna go handle it because I like making money. I'm single. Like I said, bro, you have kids, you have a family. I want that eventually. Right now, I don't have it. So I have time to do those things. And I'm not a person that if there's an opportunity to make money, I'll go make money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I definitely agree on that. Due to the fact now, you know, I have kids and I got a girl and all that stuff. I kind of adjust and I choose wisely who I want to work for. Obviously, I don't. I guess I can say this. I kind of shy away from the artists.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, that's that rock star life. They're caught up in the rock star life.
And you got a family.
You are a mirror of who you work for. So whatever they're doing, you're doing.
Yep.
If you in a club and you're surrounded, and you say you're married or whatever, you're surrounded by
guilty by association
30 females, and it's all on social media, yo, you are a twin of what that person is. And I try to tell people, whatever's going on, you are part of that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So me, I choose wisely now. Not the fact that, I got a girl and all this stuff like that, but I choose wisely because now I value my time now. So now I just focus on my time. I say, okay, if I'm working with this client, how much time will I have to myself? How much time can I know this whole principal's lifestyle. I know what he does. You know, I know his routine. How much time will I have for myself? Okay. Here's this other principal. Damn, he's always gone. He's gone every 3 days. He stays. Sometimes he's gone for a month. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we're gonna be on the other side of the world for a month. You know, this and that. Okay, I got a family. This and that. How much time will I have? None. And that's one thing that I learned. You don't learn that till you dabble into all these different styles of clientele. When I first got into the game, I was on that side of where I was never home. Never home, dog. I can count like maybe 2-3 days out the month, like 4 days lucky.
Yep.
And that was just a sacrifice I had to pay. You know what I'm saying? It was a huge sacrifice. And I thought that's just the way it went because that was my first client I had. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, this is just the way it is. And then when I got on this side of the realm and then see, oh, damn, it's like this. Or that I had an executive guy treated that shit like, I felt like I was just working a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I was home before nighttime. You know what I'm saying? So you dabble in what you can, like, or what you can fit with, if you have like a family, or if your family understands, and you just like a trucker, like, you know what I'm saying, they got families that's used to the husbands or whatever being gone 25 days after 30 days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know, okay, so it works for you. Unlikely, you know, that's very rare for people, but
like at this point, like I obviously probably won't do the full time, because I have a whole other business and I got to be around for those guys. And right now, it doesn't matter if someone comes and offers me a certain amount of money that I was getting paid full time. It's still not enough, which is a blessing.
We talked about that.
But but like I don't mind like going away for a weekend, getting a couple grand just to be there for a weekend. Dude, of course I'm gonna take that. Like, hey, guy wants me to go with him to Mykonos for a week. Cool. I know I'm gonna get paid well with that guy. I'll go. I'll put some of my friends to train my clients. I'll take less money on that aspect, keep them happy. But I'm not gonna do full time anymore. Like that's what you're asking. Like I will never be full time at the moment, just because of what I got going on, which I'm very happy about. That's slowly stepping away, right? And all my clients, bro, I know you. I can't use you because you're busy. But like bro, the people you have around you, my man Joe, I know that if I do step away or I can't handle a client, I have guys I can ask whoever you put your word on, I'm gonna respect and trust. I got Joe, I got people I have that I can put on to that situation. So the fact that I can say no to full-time opportunities lets me know I'm on the right path. Because let's be real, like when I first bodyguarded and I lost my full-time client because of what happened to him, it was scary. It was really scary because, bro, you lose that money and it goes away. And you live in Miami. It's not like, you know, all of a sudden you have to figure stuff out. And, you know, thank God I was already doing it with 2 people, so I already built up a good reputation and people started hitting me up. But, like, you know, 3 months without working was a very scary situation.
Oh, hell yeah, bro.
So, and I remember, you know, people like, yo, like, that's it. You're going to be one and done. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to be one and done. And I wasn't, thank God. But those 3 months were really, really, really scary.
I definitely been there. But the good thing for you, what you're doing now, and I'm doing the exact same thing too, is that you don't put all your eggs in one basket. So you don't just put all your eggs in just one basket.
That's what happened.
Exactly.
That made me go, I can't just be a one-trick pony. I got to figure out other ways.
Exactly, dog. And that's why, like, even though, you know, the person that I work for full time. You know, I don't work for any other clients, but I still have.
I see what you're doing, bro. You have clients.
Yeah.
And I see you have a whole team. Like you got one guy that's the main. That's what you handle. You handle it only. But I see you putting up, bro. I see it. I see you putting out other guys. Like you're making money, not from just him. You're making money from that, and you're building your own security company. That's what you're doing right now. You know. And by doing that, you can still step away, and bro, you can still show face because people want you around. Because at the end of the day, the thing about bodyguarding is it's a personal job. If they ask for you, 99% of the time, they only want you.
Exactly.
But if you go, hey, it's me. These are my guys. I've trained them. I put them on. They're like, all right, well, if they move like you, then and you're saying it, all right, cool. I'll put them on.
Exactly.
So you're doing the same thing. Like you have a team. I see the post. I follow a lot of your guys. You know, I was out with one of my clients, and the other guy that was with us had 2 of your guys bodyguarding them. You know, so I see what you're doing. So I see it, and I'm like, all right, like he's doing to me, like bodyguarding is a great. Once I realize I'm meeting important people, I go, so this is how I'm going to make money outside of bodyguarding. I'm going to connect and network with everyone I meet, obviously within reason because I'm bodyguarding. But I'm going to get, you know, they're going to follow me. They follow me. Oh, dude, look at this guy's life. And I'm like, this is how I'm going to get to another level or a different area of life, you know? And it ended up working because of that. So what you're doing the same thing. You've been around big names. I know who you bodyguarded because I know, bro. I know you. And you've built up that reputation. You've built up that network. Now it's paying dividends because you have a whole team. But you have like 5 or 6 guys at least I've seen you posting. Like for your employees, bro. They're your employees. So for me, I look at that. I'm like, all right, dude. Like that should be everyone's goal. Maybe it's not being in security anymore, but dude, like you can't be 60, 70 years old and be in this thing, bro. It's just crazy. Like it's crazy that people like. I get it. It's such a blind, like, dude, being around famous people is such a blinding light. And I don't think people really, like, we talk about how tough being a security is. But if you've never worked for a celebrity and really been around them 24/7 to where you get the same benefits almost, like, I don't think people really get, like, why I made that post is because these guys aren't bad people for falling into it. Like, it's really addicting at first, bro. You go to bro, I could go to nice restaurants and cut lines because of who I worked for. That goes to your head because you become a celebrity almost by association.
You do become a celebrity by association, and it's like a drug, bro. Because
and you lose track of time, and you start spending money on stuff you can't really afford because you're like, yo, my client's got this and this. I gotta look the part, dude. You should just be wearing black on black. Don't wear jewelry because the only jewelry you should be focused on protecting is your clients, and stay humble. Like, realize, like, hey, bro, like, if you want to take a girl out to a nice restaurant because you got that hookup, that's what you should be using it for. But don't forget, this is a short lifespan. Like, it's like being a professional athlete. You can't be 45 and be in the NFL.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't be 65 and be a security guard. Like, you just can't. Like, maybe.
So there's dudes they're hitting 50, dog, and they're still in it and they're still working physically. I just can't do that, bro. That's just one thing I just can't do. And like I said, that's the reason why you see 4 or 5 guys moving around, and I got these contracts here, I got these warehouses, residential stuff like that. That's my exit strategy.
Yeah.
So I make a good source of bread like that. I just work in a few things to where it build up to the point where I can I'm just starting to just become just the face of the actual company.
And that's all you should be.
You know, just like the Birdman and Slim. Like Slim is the brains, and then Birdman is the face of everything. They're both businessmen, but when you think of Cash Money, you think of Birdman. That's the face, dog. But there's really a freaking genius too that's behind working the magic. That's what I learned. So yeah, bro. That's my exit strategy. Everything's going good so far. And I'm finding myself getting more time to myself, more and more. Now I have everything set up to where I got weekends off now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not being worked excessively anymore. And this is the benefits that's paying off for me working those long 15 hours, being on tours for 90 days. You know what I'm saying? All those sleepless nights. Now everything's starting to pay off. Some people, they gotten old and they're stuck. You know what I'm saying? And bro,
I just think it's an awareness thing. Like, you should not be wasting this opportunity and just trying to glorify this short-term attention you're getting,
Yeah, as far as the addiction is getting all the perks and stuff.
I see it all the time, bro. You'll see a bodyguard, and then next thing you know, bro, you'll see him 3 months later, and he's in the club bodyguarding his client in Louis Vuitton and Gucci. And I'm like,
I mean that's horrible, though.
Like, I'm like, bro, who you think, like, what and where, like, bro, like.
Let's put it this way. Where I got depressed at one point was, and this was in the beginning of my career. You know, when the beginning of your career, you're traveling, you're seeing all this crazy ass shit that you never thought you would see.
Yeah.
You run into people because you're in certain circles that people may never even fucking get close to.
That's why I'm saying I don't judge these guys because people don't understand. Like, bro, I've traveled the world. Not only have I traveled the world, I've traveled the world and done things that even if you travel to that country,
you still may not
you won't do. No,
it's
it's not maybe. You won't do. You're not, like, being rich is one thing, but being rich and famous is such an insane thing. Like, being around it and just constantly being around it and then seeing it, like, it's just such a crazy thing. And I get why it sucks you in because you get everything out of it. Bro, people would hit me up for, like, hey, I'll offer you this free thing. Just post this video. Hey, I'll give you this. Hey, this. Bro, you get girls coming up to you because they want to be around you because you're around that stuff. Like, you get that treatment, and I get it. It comes a high, and you're like, but, like, man, like, refocus because you're still not that celebrity and realize, like, yo, you got to think in your head, I got 5 years of this, and I got to be done. And the second I walked in there, and I was like, dude, the first 2 months, once the shine kind of started dulling, I was like, all right, I gotta get out of this. I gotta figure out how to get out of this. I can't get out of it right now, but I'm going to get out of this and be more successful than this.
Well, I'll tell you like this. This is the reason why. I feel like I felt that, by me living in Miami and then moving on the outskirts is the reason why, what I'm saying, I really feel like I got to refocus and stuff like that. So I'm just happy, what I'm saying? I'm just happy on how everything is going. Well, bro, I know you cutting it close because I know you got some training to do, Bro, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you cutting this little bit of time because we've been trying to get each other back and forth.
I
for
feel
a while.
bad, bro. You hit me up on my dog.
Nah, bro,
I
we
feel
still, we trying to figure out our schedule and shit like that, dog. But, brother, I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, of course, bro.
Anyone you want to send a shout out to or anything like that?
Nah,
Shout out to Joe, by the way.
Yeah, shout out Joe.
Shout out to that
Always
man,
shout out
Joe.
Joe.
Joe forever.
Yeah, bro.
Joe Green.
Joe didn't want to say what really happened when we met on the podcast.
Oh yeah, no, we got a whole episode for that one. So
you got another
we're
one?
gonna have another episode for that. But hey, guys, thank you for House of Fame podcast, man. This is another episode, man. Stay tuned.
Yes. Thank you, guys.